Hey, everybody. Welcome to Story Time with Max and John. I'm John.
And I'm Max. We have a real cool episode for you today, guys, with our good friend Charlie Rumfola, former bandmate of John Corrick.
That is correct.
And former roommate of other people. We had a lot of fun, talked a lot about people peeing.
Some good stories.
Some good stuff from the road.
It was nice to reminisce a little bit about things that have happened on the road with Charlie and myself.
And don't forget, Coors Banquet, brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873 in Golden, Colorado.
This is my thing. This is my thing. Give me that.
It stays.
This is my thing.
It stays.
You're taking my bit. This is
All right, guys. If you want to support the podcast, you can follow the Anchor website, make a donation, leave a review, share with a friend, like and subscribe, any of that good stuff.
Tell everybody.
Yeah, just
tell your mom, tell your auntie, tell your uncle, tell your grandfather, tell everybody.
Everybody.
Watch it, listen to it, like it, subscribe it. Have a good day. Enjoy the episode.
Enjoy the episode, guys. Bye.
You were pissing neon green every day.
That big ball of heat in the sky was too much. I thought there was a bear.
Reality goes, yeah, fresco. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome to
Welcome to
Story Time.
Story Time.
Story time.
Welcome to Story Time.
How's the endorsement going?
Brought to you by Coors Banquet, brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873. What?
How's the endorsement going?
Of what?
Coors Banquet.
So bad. Bad. If you scroll my Instagram feed with Coors Banquet, it's pretty fun. Because it's just
A lot of them.
a lot of mentions and
no responses.
They don't even look at me.
No.
They won't even look at me.
Dude,
but go ahead.
That's similar to I did that music video and I was like, Ring's gonna love this.
Oh yeah, and they don't care.
They shared the video after I was like
They share the video. Okay.
they recommended the video on YouTube.
What does
So
that mean?
it means
doesn't
like
put
they
it on
can
their
take
page.
that video and just put it as a recommendation, but anytime they recommend something,
Oh my god.
anytime they recommend something, it like goes further down the list, so it's like forgotten.
This episode is brought to you by Coors Banquet.
This dude was going to kill himself. No.
Coors Banquet. Rocky Mountain 100
You got to
brewed
look at
with
the camera, dude.
100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873.
Coors Banquet. Rough estimate. How many Coors Banquets do you think you've drank since you've started drinking?
Probably like 6.
Not
Total?
today.
Probably like 6.
Oh, okay.
Total? You always
Only
have them
six,
though. You
yeah.
just
You just carry them.
props.
It's for, they're empty cans.
You know what? Genuine. I just really like the color of the can. There's a little river on the.
It says right there, this is just water.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain water.
It's like a liquid death. It looks like a beer. It's like Monster water on Warped
Do you
Tour.
want to try some?
No.
Why?
Because I know what it tastes like.
It.
It tastes like a Coors Banquet,
Yeah,
brewed
it's
with
good.
100% Rocky Mountain water since 1802.
No. What?
82?
Oh my god. Coors Banquet.
1873.
Coors Banquet was made by the good Adolf, of the two Adolfs that I know.
You know what? You know
Adolf.
3. You know 3?
I do.
You know one more?
Adolf
he?
Coors,
No.
Adolf redacted.
The priest who married Jen and I, his name is Adolf.
No.
I'm not kidding.
With an F or an H?
F, I think.
Oh,
That guy was kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of a
no, we're
dick,
just
right?
going to say it. He was a dude.
He was very mean to everybody, including Jen at the rehearsal.
He was mean to us at the, and then during the, okay, I just need to get this off my chest real quick.
This is just a long beep.
So we did, dude, so we did the wedding, we did the rehearsal, and he was like, we did the rehearsal the night before, and he's like, are you ready to get started? And we're like, you told us to tell everybody like 6 o'clock, and it's 1:45, and he's like, well, I have somewhere to be. And we're like,
Whoa.
they have 15
That
minutes.
reminds me, my great aunt, when I had just come back from France, 2017,
Okay.
my great aunt passed away. She was a nun.
Sorry for your loss.
She's all right.
Is she?
She was a nun, yeah. She was doing better than we were. She was a nun. She passed. And at the convent, it's up in Cheektowaga, I think. During the service, the priest came out in like the full garb and a sparkling white, clean pair of Nike Airs. And I remember he came out and I looked at it and I leaned over to my dad and I was like, you know, when you have the court reserved for 11, but you got that funeral at 10, you got to get through first. So he's just going to fucking rip it off, go to the court, and fucking dunk. Shout out to him.
Hard to get court time.
It's hard to get court time.
Hard to get court time. I don't know. I understand.
So back to my story.
Check this out. Why are you leaving? I'm going to take this one. Why are you leaving? Nothing good has ever happened in New York City.
People don't know this yet, bro. That episode comes out after.
I'm going to...
It doesn't matter. What is...
I am still moving.
Why are you moving?
To go to New York.
Okay.
Pursue stand-up comedy.
Nothing good has ever happened in New York City.
King Kong.
Bad. Tragic.
Arguable.
Dead monkey.
He was an ape. No tail. Stupid.
You can't prove any of that.
Small. What was the toy movie? Little Heroes, Small Heroes.
Toy Story?
No.
Toy Story 2, Lost in New
No,
York?
No, he's talking about
David
where
Cross was in
it's like the
They came to life.
Gorgons against the soldiers. What is it? Little Soldiers, right?
Little Soldiers,
Yeah.
yeah.
Never heard of it.
It was
in New
like
York.
it's
No.
actually a great movie. Just saying.
National Treasure, Nicolas Cage.
What? No.
Why'd
What?
you have to bring him into this?
DC?
National
Did
Treasure.
you guys see Pig?
What's Pig?
Nick Cage movie?
No.
No,
Great film.
I saw the trailer. I haven't watched it yet.
It's about Nick.
Did you watch the one?
Hold on, stand by. Nick Cage.
This is absurd.
Nick Cage loses his pet pig and everyone loses their mind.
Love that.
Oh, isn't it like is it a comedy or not?
No, I just want everyone to know that.
Because I heard it was like a rip on John Wick.
What is John Wick?
John Wick, Keanu Reeves' dog gets shot and he goes on a manic killing spree.
Who is Keanu Reeves?
Bill and Ted? He's in Point Break too.
No, you're thinking of that comedian.
The Matrix?
He's
What the
the
hell's his
one.
name?
He's the one, bro.
Kamal Bell?
Neo.
George Carlin.
Let's take that away from you right there.
Coors Banquet, brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873. Now, I will say I was the least listenable episode of I Am Your Friend.
I believe it.
You shouted me out about like 16 times in that because it was right after you came back from Spain.
Shout out Aiden Liquor, not Spain. That was a 2-hour assault on the Mormon church.
Yeah, you wouldn't shut up about it.
I didn't mean. He told me we weren't going to use any of that.
And then
But
he
if you
did.
don't give him anything else to use, what are you supposed to do?
I
there?
gave him so much gold, and he cut
And he
it.
cut everything else.
Cut
he
everything
said.
out. Like, we really gotta stick with this Mormon thing.
Do you remember when we went to matinee the one night and we were there till like 3? And
Which time?
it was the time you had just come back from tour and you lost the odds where you did a cartwheel.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on.
Tell that
Hold-
story because I have a video that'll make it in here.
You have a video?
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
hold on.
Yeah.
Let me, because I have this thought
Okay.
before it goes away. You had just lost that odds, which we'll say in a second.
Bad.
And then you and I was like, well, what if odds you sit on your chair upside down? And you said 1 in a million. And then we landed it, and you had to put the chair on the grass. You said,
No one knows what. If you know what? Leave a comment of what you think that Max just said.
and it was just
Below.
like, it was just like me, you, Rex, Kevin, a couple other people. And I was crying.
I for sure drank 2 bottles of Dave Matthews Dreaming Tree red wine
think you
that
slept on the
night,
practice
and I
space.
had hiccups for no joke 2
100%,
days.
100%.
Sounds
What
about
happened
right.
to you? What happened to you on tour with the odds there, Charlie?
Well, for the listener, does everybody know? This is not live. You told me
This is not live.
Not live.
Not live.
this is not
This
live.
is not
There's a
live.
tape delay.
Nobody's gonna see this thing then.
Definitely not, but maybe.
Maybe 2.
Okay.
Our demographic is like Sweden, We have a lot of Swedish listeners,
And then my mom.
and then John's mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Odds is a game.
And Corey Harris.
Corey Harris.
Odds is a game. Corey Harris. I know that guy. Corey Harris.
Good guy. Shout out
Corey Harris shot a music video for one of my old bands. And he's a very nice. Corey Harris and I went to see the Trailer Park Boys live at Shays Theater.
That's funny. He
Together.
talked about that, but
he?
didn't mention you.
Really?
Yeah, he really did.
All right. I
he really did.
in addition, in addition to being Aiden Licker's least listenable episode, I am also Corey Harris's most forgettable friend. Apparently. I just learned this today.
All right, and that's the clip.
So what happened to you on tour, Charlie?
Have you guys... The Trailer Park Boys live at Shays Theater was a wild ride. It was terrible. And
What's
like
it, Ricky, Bubbles, and Julian?
at the same time, everything that I could have ever wanted to be.
Sure.
So Corey, of course, is friends with Rush casually.
Yeah.
You could say that.
Yeah. Were they there?
They were not, but he
it all
got
Canadian?
But he got those tickets through like working for Rush.
He explained it in his episode.
Okay.
The tour manager of Rush
Yeah.
was also the tour manager of that.
Amazing.
What
we were sitting,
What a different day at work that
Yeah,
is.
dude. So imagine me. Well, we were sitting
We're
like
gonna have to because Corey said you weren't there.
row 5.
Whoa.
Okay.
You're like in the orchestra.
Imagine but me though. Like I have never been to Shays before.
When was this?
24 or 15? 15
That's like
16?
peak Trailer Park Boys time.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it
That
was
was like-
happening.
That was like either right
Pre
before
Netflix, like
Yeah.
pre like when they were doing all the Netflix specials that
It
everybody.
was probably right when their show was put on Netflix.
Yeah. Well, because
everybody
that
could
tour,
watch it.
Yeah.
that tour was a special on Netflix.
Yeah.
And that
Devin-
was like the beginning of it.
Devin
Yeah.
used to make me sit down and watch Trailer Park Boys. I'm like, Devin, this sucks.
Dude, it's so good.
I hate you, and I do mean that, Devin. If you're watching this, I hate you. I hate you, Devin.
Devin, I enjoy your company.
I texted Devin earlier today. I said, when are you going to write something half as cool as the intro to Sunday, Bloody Sunday by U2? By the way, I love you too.
I love you too.
Yeah. Alrighty, Charlie.
Anyways, so picture Corey and I, because I was definitely there. I promise. Okay, but like you're not gonna hold on.
I get it. You were there.
Why would you make up going to Shays to see the Trailer Park Boys? First of all,
do you have a ticket stub
Shays
for proof? Or?
is the most beautiful building I've ever seen in my adult life.
It's beautiful.
It's really nice.
There was so many neckbeards there wearing flip-flops and
100%.
wife beaters and like backwards ball caps. I'm like, I don't know how to dress myself. I wore like a kind of a
Neither
nice
do they.
shirt and like some shoes.
You dressed
that-
up to go see the Trailer Park Boys?
That was- you
I
dressed
didn't dress
down to
up.
go see them.
Hold on, I didn't dress up, but like I put myself together.
You didn't wear flip-flops?
Slightly. I didn't wear flip-flops. I'm very anti-open-toed shoe.
Even like a Birkenstock?
No, dude.
I'm the same way.
Nobody wants
good
to
with a
see
Birkenstock.
your feet. Specifically like a man's foot. That's just like
I have tattoos on my
that's
feet,
a
though.
horrifying.
trim.
I actually
I'm
have very
pretty
nice
sure-
feet.
I got nice feet.
I sell feet pics. They
Find
do very
the-
well.
That's
find the link.
OnlyFans / Charlie Rumfola.
No, he's definitely using a burner name. We'll put the link. in.
Chuck Rumfola.
Don't call me Chuck.
I'm
Was
saying
I
that's your
supposed to
burner
use?
name, dude.
Was I supposed to not use my real name?
Dude, that's your burner
This is
name
crazy.
because that's not your real name.
It's your full first, middle, last name. So you're, you and Corey Harris allegedly are at Shay's
cut
Performing
so much
Arts
shit
Studio.
If you
Buffalo.
are looking for like a point to this story, there really isn't a punchline aside from like it was the Trailer Park Boys cast pre like Jim Leahy dying. Like it was the three guys and Randy and Leahy. And it was just the audacity of these guys to like they did a 50-50
Okay.
And
wait, like a raffle?
they did like a 50-50. Randy, I was like 4 feet away from Randy's greasy gut. I could see the sheen on that thing. It was incredible. He oils it up. It was amazing. It was probably it was like Crisco or something. It looked like a Pizza Hut pizza pan.
Sounds about right. Checks out.
Shout out Pizza Hut.
Did you win the raffle?
No, so they told everybody it was going to be a 50-50, and then by the end of it, they're like, actually, it's going to be like an 80-20. We're going to keep 80.
Whoa.
It was because like that's their characters, right? They're just like, they're just scheming for money, and it was kind of funny. I didn't give them any of my money that day, and I'm very proud about that.
So what happened to you on tour when you did a cartwheel?
So
odds.
Explain odds. This is where we started.
The game of odds.
What are the odds?
What
are the odds you finish that Coors Banquet?
Right now?
Yeah.
All right, this is a good example. Max said, what are the odds you finish that Coors Banquet right now? I say 1 in 10.
All right, John, can you count down from 3, please?
All right, ready?
Ready? 3, 2, 1,
2. Okay, now I have to do it because we said the same number.
Wait, get the mic up there. No.
Fair enough.
Is it empty? Nope.
I almost got it all. So that's the game of odds, right? I, as the person being requested to do something, have to. You
set a range.
I set a range, and then
1 in something.
We count down, and if we match the number, I have to do said thing.
Yes.
That I agreed to do.
But also, if you say no, which you can say,
this was our own rule.
Okay.
This was the traditionals rule on tour. We said that like if Max would have just asked me to do that thing and I said no, I'm not doing it, I'm out, then your next
odds
had to be 1 in 10.
You have to do, It
had to be 1 in 10.
Yes.
That was like the rule because like 1 in 10 is like pretty decent chance because like you see the way that it works is there's only 10
numbers
Choices. Between 1 and 10. So, anyways. Where were we? John was there.
We're in Pennsylvania, and we're on our way home from
Ohio,
tour.
Pennsylvania. It was somewhere like we're close. We're
Erie,
driving through the night from Nashville, I think.
I believe so. Yeah.
I was on the way home from Nashville, right? We're driving home through the night, and it's like a 16-hour drive from Nashville. Or like we were outside of Nashville. We weren't like in Nashville. I for sure am going to burp at some point here soon. I'm just going to get one of these real quick. So... it was my turn to drive. It's like 3 in the morning. We got like, we got like a couple hours to go. Like it. John Corrick is drinking a Coors Banquet brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873. Drink up.
Boy, if that isn't the best beer brewed from Rocky Mountain water I've ever had.
Since 1873.
It's very good.
I'd be lying.
1872, somebody made a
Once
better
again,
one.
the good Adolf made this beer.
Anyways, continue.
Golden Colorado.
So we're on our way home from tour. Gas station.
We stop at a gas station. It's my turn to drive.
Middle
Everybody
of the
else is kind of it's like middle of the night. I just like needed to not be in that van anymore. I needed to be home.
It is between 2 and 4 a.m. in the morning.
Super like weird hour.
Yeah.
Right? We're at a gas station. It's not a Sheetz, it's not a Wawa, but it was like a Mega Mart gas station kind of a thing. It looked like a little grocery store in there. And we roll in, we get our gas, we get our snacks. I was probably drinking a lot of Red Bull at the time. So we get out of the van. Or we get back into the van after getting our stuff all dialed in. We're like, we got gas. We're like ready to go.
We're about to pull out. You have the blinker on. We're at the intersection.
I'm at the pump. I'm at the pump still.
I think we're at the intersection because we had to pull back around.
I thought you had to pull back around.
Yeah, we did.
Let me tell my story. Are we at the 10-minute mark yet?
Go ahead, cuss what all you
For
want.
fuck's sake, John.
Well, without the edits.
Okay, we're
only a minute and a half.
We got a
in right
minute
now.
and a half of recorded material. So I'm at the pump and I put the van in drive and I'm about to pull out and leave this terrible place in Ohio or Pennsylvania or wherever I was. It was not a pleasant place to be. Mike looked at me from the passenger seat. And he just said, "What are the odds you run into that gas station yell, "I'm having a fart attack," and then cartwheel through the door. I'm very good at cartwheels. So, like, I'm usually, like, cool to show it off.
You did one across a 4-lane street, didn't you?
Several times.
He did one in my wedding photos.
Yeah.
I did. I like, it's one of the few things that I can do well, and I will not say a lot of nice things about myself, but I can do a strong cartwheel for somebody that looks like me.
There was a really funny time when we were leaving matinee, and you did a cartwheel on Main Street, and then you also tried to jump over me.
Okay.
And then
We'll get to my knee injury later.
Hold on. And then John said something, and then you said, "Well, at least I can do this," and then just raised you just started doing jumping jacks.
I can't do jumping jacks. I forgot about that. You've always been a dick, huh?
I'm very funny.
John's got a bum shoulder, so he can't raise one arm. John, can you demonstrate?
Karma.
Oh, now you do it.
I can always do this. I can't do this.
I fell on my shoulder last winter.
I'm so sorry.
And I did not go to a doctor because, I don't know, I'm fine.
He's
right?
in Elkiville.
I can't really
There's
raise
no
my,
doctors
can't
in
really use my
Elkiville.
shoulder anymore. Flashback to 2016 when we're in the van in Ohio, and
Erie,
so basically what had happened was Mike had challenged me to odds at 2 a.m, and I'm just like, I don't have the mental capacity for this, right? And I'm not going to say no because then they're going to ask me to do something weird on my next one. Like I almost had to get a traditional tattoo on tour one time. I didn't say no because, like, I thought that was a trap. They would get me to do something weird on my next one. Yeah. So I said, I exhaled, like, very violently. I don't know, man. I just really want to go home. 1 in a million. Like, I'm, like, over it. I'm done with it. I'm sick of it. I want to go to bed.
Count
1 in a
down.
million. And we count down, and it's like 3, 2, 1, 4. And we both said 4.
Nailed it.
And I slammed on the brake because I was already pulling away. And I just hear from the back seat, Mush is just like slamming on my fucking back seat.
We are dying
Headrest,
laughing at
and
this
like
point.
I'm just like I'm sitting there just like the van at this point is like my head is on the steering wheel and the van is just coasting forward because I don't have it in me to hit the brakes. So I circled the van around. I parked it right by the door. Everyone's like, "You got to do it. You got to do it." I'm like, "I know I got to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not a coward. I'm gonna do it." So this part is uninteresting, really. But like, I walked in the door very proudly. I, just kind of like stood there, sauntered in, and I yelled, "I'm having a fart attack!" And then I turned around, I did a cartwheel through the door, I got in the van, and then we drove home.
Now,
And I actually almost fell asleep at the wheel about the wheel
Brendan
about
Fraser.
20 minutes later.
what's funny about this is
All of it.
Nothing.
so he does this, but like you need to look at it in the perspective of somebody who has no idea what's happening.
It was amazing.
And
Some-
he pulled the van around
Some north-
and like stopped at the door. So it's like
Some northerner just came in.
something's happening, right? And he opens the door and there's maybe 3 people inside. Tops.
There was like not a lot of people in there.
like,
The poor cashier.
There was a cashier and maybe 2 truckers.
Who probably that cashier, that was like only the 4th weirdest thing he saw all day.
Yeah,
But
yeah. But he does it, and I have my phone out. I'm Snapchatting it.
I've never seen this.
You definitely have.
You
I've
lived
sent
it.
to you.
I may
But
have
anyways,
seen this.
I am Snapchatting, and then we all turn around and just book back to the van, giggling like little schoolgirls. Funniest moment. Like it was a morale booster for the rest of that drive.
And it's like oh my God, I really did almost fall asleep at the wheel. Though. I almost killed
there.
you all.
You know what? My number one thing, I don't know if you realize this, but if I wasn't driving, I was sleeping because I don't trust.
Well, you were the
anyone.
only one. I was the only one that you let drive that van, except for me.
Because I've seen the other 2 drive the van.
By the
before.
way, John and I used to play in a band together. It was called The Traditional. I don't know if you've heard of us. We were on Triple. What was the name of that? What was the name of that fucking record label?
Oh, Anchor 84.
Anchor
Records.
80. We're on Anchor 84 Records. I wrote all of the songs all by myself without any help
And
from
you can
anybody
see
else.
the cover of our first full length with Chuck's face right next to everyone else. Right
Charlie.
here.
My name is Charlie.
I'm sorry, Charlie. Charlie Rumfola.
Did my agent not talk to you about this? No. This is fucking unprofessional. First, there's no hair.
Sarah, it's gonna be all right? You can sit down.
No hair and makeup. Like I don't have a green room. There's no napkins for my beer anywhere. This is fucked. I can't believe when I did I Am Your Friend.
I'm sorry you're not having a good time, but you don't have to trash the place.
When I did I Am Your Friend, I had a green room. I had a hair and makeup.
What was it? Just Aiden's bedroom?
He had a writer.
Yeah. I had a writer.
A rider?
I had a rider.
Didn't you?
I had so many M&Ms, and they were all green.
Because the purple one wasn't back yet.
He's colorblind. He doesn't know.
I've actually never eaten M&Ms.
No, that's a lie.
I think I've seen you eat one.
You ever had Chex Mix?
Chex Mix, #1
Trail
food snack
mix.
in the
You ever
land.
had-
It's
you
a
ever
cereal
had
mix
trail
that you
mix?
eat with your hand. You remember that Lonely Island
had
song?
trail mix?
Do you guys listen to Lonely
I
Island?
loved. Dude, we used to listen to that on tour.
Unlistenable podcast episode that we're recording right here,
No, this
fellas.
is-
Cheers.
this
Hey,
is-
three of
There's
us?
going to be
Cheers.
some editing magic here.
All at the cheers. God bless. Go Bills. How about them Buffalo Bills, everybody? So I'm moving on with my life. I am now a day one diehard DC Defenders XFL fan. How do we feel about that?
I don't care for you.
John,
Charlie, I think I was having this thought the other day.
I'm getting twitchy.
I think we've known each other for 10 years this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to tell the story of how we met and how I was alone in my bedroom shirtless?
That's it.
This is great.
Going off of that date as our first meeting, that's 10 years this year because that was 2013.
I was in my bedroom and the door was shut.
Yeah, you were having your own,
I
like
was
you
just
were
like
in your room.
I was just like laying in bed. It was like super hot in there because it was a bad apartment and I
Yeah.
didn't have a shirt on. It's fine. People don't wear shirts sometimes. It's not weird.
and
It's not. It's not weird.
No, it's not.
It's not weird.
And then your roommate, well, I was in there with him, and he just opens the door and goes, "This is my roommate, Charlie." And then Charlie just,
Like, why are you here? Why are you in my house?
yeah.
And he's just like the tallest person I've ever seen in my life.
He's the tallest person anyone knows.
But yeah, that was 10 years ago this year.
So, can I talk about Robin Leonard?
You can, yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk about Robin Leonard.
So I know nothing about this story. So you're gonna have
Really?
to. Yeah, I
Oh.
have no idea what you're talking about.
So I used to work at the Town Ballroom concert venue in beautiful Buffalo, New York.
Never heard of it.
The Windy City, if you will. So I like did like stage stuff, right? Like I was, pushed road cases around for not a lot of money. It was great. It was a riot. And in between like load in and load out, sometimes I would get asked to do one of a few like service things, right? There was a pizza coat check room where we would sell pizza and check coats. There was also the men's room. For whatever reason. Actually, I know exactly the reason. The Town Ballroom uses a men's room attendant. And it is not to be like an amenity. It's not to like hand you a paper towel or like present this like aura of like, we're a classy establishment. It is to make sure that nobody's doing blow off the toilet seats.
You are a glorified snitch.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
You have a radio,
He's
and
like-
it is only for the security, and that is who responds.
Hey, there's a couple guys that just went into the stall and they're either blowing each other or blowing cocaine.
While blowing each other.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That is a
that's
thing,
really
yeah.
like all that we did.
That's all it was.
Really,
Huh.
Every once in and now again something weird happened. I actually have two stories from this night. This is a really good night. So I'm at work.
This was a really good day.
I'm at work. It's a Saturday night, or it's a Saturday. I'm at Holiday Valley. I work at Holiday Valley as well. I'm a big deal. I am Holiday Valley, some might say. And we had just got done coaching skiing for the day, and I got a phone call from the production manager. He's like, "Hey, would you mind doing men's room tonight?" I'm like, "Sure." The weirdest phenomenon of all of it is that the men's room attendant leaves with more tips than anybody else.
I have never made less than $250
because
in one
you
night.
are not charming enough. Oh wait,
No, I've
I
never
thought
made
you were going a
less
different way with
than
that.
that.
You're also not charming enough.
No, I'm very charming. You know why? I go, call that a dick when a guy's peeing in front of you. And then I'm like, we have fun,
He's the
you know?
podcast host here.
That's a real
supposed to
thing.
be funny?
Bro, that's a real thing I would do. And then they would be like, here's a 20.
People,
Not kidding. They
I
would have it all the time.
genuinely just think that it was like a pity tip, like. So okay, I'll get to that in a
This
minute.
dude's
made
sitting
money.
in the shitter. Yeah.
So you see what had happened was they asked me to come do the thing, and I'm like, cool. Like I'll drive up from Ellicottville to Buffalo to like sit in a men's room for 4 hours and then go home because it's kind of good money for what it is. It's dumb. It sucks. I didn't know what the I didn't know what the event was going to be. I didn't know what any of this was. So I get there. And if you've ever been to the town ballroom, it's like, it's a cool venue, but it's like still a concert venue. The floors are sticky, and despite Mike and yours best efforts, the floors are sticky and like it's dark and weird. And I get there and there's glassware out on the bar, like these beautiful like cocktail glasses and rocks glasses and stuff, and everybody is dressed up, and I'm like
tuxes.
Like,
Some
okay,
people.
so yeah. Like Greg, when he texted me to do the thing, he's like, wear nice pants and a button-down shirt. I'm like, why? I'm like, is the National playing or something? Like, do I need a glass of red wine? And like, so I get there, I'm like, dude, what is happening? And they tell me that there's the Buffalo Sabres, I think it was Zach Bogosian's thing. It was the BOGO bunch, and they were hosting a charity casino night for whatever fun it was a fundraiser. Yeah. It was a fundraiser, right? So I'm like, oh, cool. So I might make some money tonight. Like that's pretty dope. And I, I'm like, all right, let's do this thing. And everybody's dressed up in like it was Roaring Twenties themed. Mm-hmm. Everybody's in tuxedos and like
there's
old
feathers everywhere.
Yeah, it's great. It's like top hats and stuff.
The masks, the masquerade masks, right?
So the Sabres players are all there, like wearing their like beautiful like Roaring 20s, like super expensive
dressed up. They're
suits and stuff, right? But this is also a zoot suit. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. I don't know. What do you want from me?
Sorry.
I'm trying my best here. Okay, this is really unprofessional of you.
Listen, it's okay.
This is also a ticketed event. That
expensive ticketed
that
event.
people could buy tickets to go to, and a lot of them were like people who genuinely should have been there. There were people who were going to come and spend money, do the casino thing on the floor, and like spend money on auctions and stuff, and raise money for charity. There was also a few people that were probably also at the Trailer Park Boys at Shays. Who shouldn't have been there, that just wanted to be in the same room as the Buffalo Sabres.
Yes.
So it was like a weird mixed crowd, right? Of like crusty looking, like weird people and, beautiful, like high society kind of like 20s looking people, right? Yeah. Like DiCaprio in the Da Vinci Code. Yeah. Nope, that's not it.
That's not it.
What is the one that everybody read the book
Wall
of?
Street?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yeah, they made a book out of that. So Great Gatsby. That's the one. So I'm in the men's room. The first person that came in the men's room all day, it was Rick Jenneret, RJ, and he like nobody ever really talks about this, but that dude looks and talks exactly like Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's been spoken about.
But has it? I've never heard any discourse on Rodney Dangerfield.
It's definitely been addressed by so many people.
Come here. So RJ comes in and he just like he looks at me when he walks in and then like walks over to the pissers and he
Did you say hey that's not a dick?
And he was like, hey, that's a strong hog you got there. No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
So he
Shut up.
Hey, nice piece, Rick.
Call that a dick?
That's a hell of a piss.
Strong stream.
So he Finishes. I'm like, so the bedroom attendant at the ballroom sits by the door.
Yeah.
On
a stool,
I
right?
like literally just like call the cops, not the cops, but call
On
the
RJ?
call the security guards when people do cocaine, and you hand people paper towels. There's like a little cologne tray if you want to get done up
There's
for
mints
your
too,
for your
right?
date.
It's
Yeah, I guess
it's
I don't
the
know.
only way that they can make you in disguise. It's your disguise. You're like you're undercover essentially.
Because it'd be weird
Yeah.
if you were just
Yeah.
standing in the bathroom.
I'm standing here with a freaking radio.
Yeah. So he just like he stops and he looks at me. He's like, "You got to be here all night." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Good luck, kid." And then he gave me a $5 bill and walked out. And that's the time that I met Rex Generat. It was really nice. It was a beautiful moment that I'm sure he remembers fondly.
Did he do any Dangerfield bits after?
Dangerfield,
Yeah.
like the band from Springville.
We like the Bills.
We like the Bills. Yeah.
Football.
Yeah. Anyways, this is Jack Eichel's. This is a wild night of my life. This is Jack Eichel's second or third year.
He was
second year.
under 21.
He was 19.
Yeah.
He was 19 or 20. So I'll get to that later. This whole night is just like burned into my head. So I was talking about how like half the people, not half, but like there's a few people in the crowd that just look like they're just bums and they're just drunk and they just want to be near the Sabres. They're like, I was drinking a beer with Jake McCabe, you know. This is also the day that Jake McCabe also like murdered Patrick Laine at center ice. It was the coolest hit I've ever seen. He was flying high. He gave me a bunch of money. It was pretty cool. He did not do cocaine in the bathroom.
That you're aware of. He
That I'm
did that in the
keeping
green
that
room.
in.
I wasn't really
He
paying
did that
much
in the
attention.
green room.
So
So you're in the bathroom.
this guy walks in. He's got like these like neck tattoos, and he's wearing like sneakers, like bad sneakers, jeans, and like a bad sport coat that you might have found at like a Goodwill or something, right? And he's got like, you know, his tattoos, and he just looks angry. His hair is all messed up, and I wasn't really paying attention to the Buffalo Sabres at the time. I didn't know what the players looked like, but like you could like kind of tell like they're, you know, tall, skinny, like they're all like way taller than you want them to be.
Yeah, and then put them in skates, and they're like another 6 inches.
Well, so this dude walks in, and he's on the phone, and he's just like you know, looking at me, and I'm like, this guy's kind of scary. He's drinking, and he's in the bathroom for like 8 minutes. He's like talking on the phone. He's in the back part of the ballroom bathroom that you really can't see. There's like another wall of urinals and stuff. And he goes to walk out, and he stops and just like looks at me. And he's a big dude. He's a scary looking guy. Yeah, he just like stops. He's just like, "How much do you want?" He's looking at my tip jar and back at me. He's like, "How much do you want?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like,
What kind of question
he's
is
like,
that?
"How much do you want?" And I was like, "I don't know, dude. Like as much as you want to give me, I guess." Like I don't know how to answer that question.
Yeah.
And he opens up his billfold, and there is like easily 10 grand in there. And he gave me $20. And he looked at me, he goes, "You got to work on your confidence."
Yeah, he easily would have given you a
literally
stack.
should. The
Okay, but hold
response
on,
should
no,
have
back
been
up.
how much you got.
This guy, I'm thinking is one of the schmucks that just wanted a dinner date with the Sabres.
Oh, yeah.
Like he looked like a scrub, right?
He was not dressed to par.
Yeah.
So I like walk out of the bathroom after that interaction, and I'm just like looking at Greg, production manager at the ballroom. Shout out Greg. I'm like, dude, I just had a really weird interaction in there, and I pointed him out, and it was like, he's like, "Oh, that's Robin Leonard. He's the goalie of the team." I'm like, "Oh, shit." That makes sense why he had so much money on him.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess this guy like all night was like Greg like looked at him at one point in the night, and like he was like locked eyes with Robin Leonard's wife or girlfriend or something, and Leonard was like staring him down the whole night, like I'm gonna kill you, kind of a vibe.
No,
this dude is like unhinged. It's great. He ended up coming back, and he came back to the bathroom a few times, and the second time he was in there, he looks at me, he's like, "You been working on what we talked about?" I guess I've been working on my confidence in the last hour. Yeah,
while
sure.
sitting in the bathroom.
While sitting in the bathroom. Yeah, it was a weird interaction with.
Did he tip you every time he came in?
He did. He was pretty loose with his money for being. As
when you're
bad as he
making
was
millions
at
of
the time.
dollars and you're not that good of a goalie, why not?
See, he got good though. Like after he stopped drinking,
That'll do it.
and got a little bit of help. That I liked Robin Leonard.
I
He
did
went to Vegas and he kind of crushed. And he was like
he
really
played well.
Really played
And
really
then
well.
he retired when he was like crushing.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
He's great.
And I'm not kidding. I'm
And
pretty
he, like-
sure
he, like-
is actually trained in MMA fighting.
Oh, he's
Emery.
scary, dude. He's like scary.
Mike Emery.
Mike Emery.
No, he was a boxer. That's different.
Oh.
His dad, Emery's dad, was a famous
Is
boxer.
a boxer when like that dog?
It jumps really
Oh.
high.
Okay. So
It's also
Um,
the guy. It's the
fast forward to a little bit later in
the
the
boxes
night.
that puts
I'm a little rusty on this one. It was either Sam Reinhart or Tyler Ennis that came in. It was like not one of the bigger guys, but I'm gonna call it Sam Reinhart because I'm like 80% sure it was Reinhart. He like walked in and he like there's like so if like I'm sitting here and I'm the men's room attendant, the door is straight in front of me. There's like the sinks right here, and then on the opposite wall is a row of urinals, right?
Yeah.
So Reinhardt goes over to one of the urinals, and then right after him walked in one of the actual neckbeards that just bought a ticket to this event.
Right.
Yeah.
As one would do.
And this guy just like walked in. He's like very obviously drunk. He's like he's bombed.
Yeah.
He stopped. And like looked at me. He looked at the urinals, and then he looked at the sink, and he just goes, "I'm gonna piss in the sink." Out loud. He said that out loud, and I didn't think anything of it because, like, I don't know.
There's worse places you could pee.
Sure, there are,
You could just beat on the floor.
but like, so Reinhardt is standing at the urinal.
Did he hear it, do you think?
Yeah, it's right. He's like right there.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
like
Literally
4
with
feet
feet
away
away
from
from
him.
it.
Yeah, like really, and the it's a narrow alleyway, like a little wider than this table maybe, between the urinal and the sink, right? So he like looked at the urinal, he looked at the sink. I'm gonna piss in the sink.
Yeah.
So he turned around, and like there's people like coming out, and I'm giving them paper towels. So I'm like, I'm not super concerned with what this guy just said because I'm like, oh, he's just being a goofball because everybody has something to say to the guy that's sitting in the men's room all night.
Always.
And I turn over and I look over, and this guy's got his full dick and balls out, just sitting on the sink. And dude, like, I don't know, like being in the men's room all night,
I like that he took it all out.
all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of it.
Still buttoned?
Yeah, through the zipper. Okay, and like I genuinely like it set me off. I like really just
That seems appropriate.
didn't want to see this dude's dick. At that present moment in time. Different circumstance. Sure, maybe.
Was a good looking dick?
No, it was sad. It was sad. I mean, it wasn't bad, but like it was just kind of like
the neckbeard.
What about the balls?
yeah. How good can balls be at their best? It's a really just weird.
Was he
It's a
pissing?
question for the ages.
And he just started pissing in the sink.
Good for him.
Like it just happened, and I snapped. I was like, "Motherfucker, you're not pissing in the fucking sink. Put your fucking dick away right now!" And like Reinhardt just like whipped his neck around and like looked behind him. He's like, "Oh fuck!" And he's just like he's peeing and looking behind him. He's like, "What is happening?" And I'm like, "I'm motherfucking this dude up and down." And luckily there was a security guard already in there. Not due to cocaine reasons, but just like he was just going to the bathroom. And it was Big Chris. What was that guy's name? Is it Chris? And he just like
he's actually taller than you, Max.
He is big guy. A lot of the security guards there are just kind of like power trip ex-cops kind of a thing. You know how that goes, but
allegedly
they like thrive on throwing people out of that place.
I heard they beat people up a lot too.
Only if they get. If you throw a punch or they feel threatened in any way,
right? So they'll just hit you.
They will ruin you. Yeah. So this guy like puts the pissing dude in a full Nelson and drags him out of the bathroom with his dick still out. It was unhinged. And Reinhardt and I had a beautiful moment with Sam Reinhardt bonding over this weird thing that we just saw together.
Do you think he remembers?
How could you forget?
Unless he was smashed, and let me tell you something. He got pretty drunk that night.
Reinhardt?
No,
yeah. Reinhardt was like fine when he was in there. I don't know.
Maybe when he was in the bathroom, but he got
also
smashed.
Might be Tyler Ennis this whole time, but I don't really know. I'm pretty sure it was Sam Reinhardt, though. Anyways, the drunkest motherfucker in that whole building
was
Jack Eichel.
Yes.
19-year-old Jack Eichel.
As not a bartender, I was bar backing that day. Everyone was made aware you are not to serve him. And no one did.
Really?
No one did.
That's amazing because he was wrecked. And he didn't, I don't want to, I'm sure they had the green room backstage probably.
It was
but
stocked.
He never once went into the men's room on the floor. He came in there once at the end of the night and he was being Jack Eichel,
I just remember the auction, the silent auction. Oh, no. And they had a Tom Brady signed helmet. Do you remember this?
Oh yeah. I regret to this day not getting a video of what happened next. Jack Eichel.
He's from Boston.
He's from Boston.
Yeah.
But this is Tom Brady's still on the Pats at this point in time, and everybody's mad at him. I love Tom Brady. By the way,
Gronk's family are the ones who got all of the Pats signed memorabilia because they just asked Gronk.
Yeah. Tom Brady is funny, talented, and cute. What else could you want in a quarterback? Anyways, he dude, win a Super Bowl and then we'll talk, okay? Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. I don't care what you want from me.
What did Jack do?
Jack put on this signed Patriots helmet, and he's running around the front bar at Town Ballroom, smashing himself in the head. He's like, I'm fucking Tom Brady. I'm Tom fucking Brady.
Borderline blackout drunk.
Yeah, getting in people's faces and stuff. Yeah. About the Patriots being the Patriots, and it was.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look.
If there would have been a video of that at the time, Buffalo fans would have rioted.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
it would have been amazing. And then I found $20.
That was great. It's a good ending. I love the ending. My favorite part. Anyways, so you happen to have a history of wrongful pissers.
Yo, yeah. How did I just how 2 piggy stories in one night?
Yeah.
What's the other one?
It's happening right now.
Check this out. One time I was on tour with a band. I was playing guitar. And we played the saddest show I've ever played. It was in a little town called Worcester, Massachusetts.
Oh
which
my god!
Also, fuck Massachusetts. There's nothing interesting about that state. Okay, nothing cool has ever happened there. This bar looked like a pirate ship. It was made to be the interior of a pirate ship.
That was the stage.
The stage.
It was a music venue.
We walked in to this place, and were you there? Let me tell my story, okay?
I heard about it.
We walked
Charlie's
in.
only toured with 2 bands.
Shh.
Can't prove that.
You're ruining the mystique, okay? I've had 10 Coors Banquets at this point, and they are very good, strong beers.
Why are they so good, Charlie?
Because they have been brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873.
By
the good.
Yeah. If you're gonna do the bit, you have to fucking do the whole thing.
So what happened to Worcester?
The good Adolf.
So what happened to Worcester?
We walked into this bar that we were supposed to play the show at. We were touring with a pretty cool band that
They're pretty big now.
They're pretty big now, actually, because they kept trying.
What band is it?
I can't say.
You could say it'll beep it. Oh. Yeah, they're pretty big now.
They're pretty big now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho,
What happened in Worcester?
so Max, okay, just let me tell my story, okay? Stop trying to be such a good host, okay? So we walk into this bar, and the people that are working there are just like, "There's a show tonight." I'm like, "What?" And we're like, great, one of these things. It was like the saddest, like, there was nobody there, and we got there like way too early, and we just sat at the bar and watched a Rocky marathon.
All of them.
All of them.
In a row.
Wow.
I don't know how many there were at that point, but we watched that many. So we, they had what? They had a happy hour thing going, and they were like $1 PBRs or something goofy like that. So we're just like, we just get wrecked, right?
Yeah.
Not all of it. Like I wasn't drinking that much because I think I drove that night.
Pretty sure I drove that night.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, you did, because I definitely was. I was pretty drunk. So we played the show, and it was fine. Like, there was 100 people in the actual bar area, and nobody in the stage area.
Like,
it was disgusting.
Literally could not move in the bar, but in the venue area, not a single person walked in.
It was like a very disheartening day, right? So for me, I was just like, that sucked, and I slept on a bad floor last night. So I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be a nice guy, and I'm gonna get a hotel room for everybody. I'm gonna like put this one on my card, and just I'll use all of my town ballroom Buffalo Sabres money, and we'll get a hotel room in beautiful Worcester, Massachusetts. So we get to the hotel, and dude, it was just like it was a weird vibe in there. Like, we were all drunk and angry and sad and drunk, mostly drunk, and it got a little rowdy. There was some running around, and there was some naked men and people running around. Don't be in a band. It's dumb. Everybody's always naked.
He's talking about the hotel room, not the venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's always naked, and it's just not what you want. You don't want that. Max, where are we getting chicken wings after this?
Golden, Colorado.
Where are you
home of the
Max?
birthplace of Coors Banquet?
first of all,
100% fresh Rocky
Don't
Mountain
steal
water.
my identity, okay? And second of all,
You know what'd be really funny though?
where are you going that's better than getting chicken wings with me?
You know what'd be really funny though? If Coors sent me an offer. Because I did the read. Okay.
All right, stay on track. Naked people running around.
We eventually all go to bed. Why won't you get chicken wings with me? Where you got to be that's better than hanging out with me?
Dinner with somebody else.
With who?
My friend.
Yeah?
Plans were made weeks ago.
Okay. Just doing you a huge favor by being on your podcast. How do we think this is going? Is it bad? I think it's pretty
If we
bad.
could stay on track,
Tell
that'd be
your
better.
fucking story, Charlie.
Why? I'm having fun hanging
Because
out
I don't
with you
know
guys.
this fucking story.
I'm never
And
gonna-
John wouldn't tell me it earlier.
I wouldn't tell him because I wanted the element of surprise.
I'm never going to see you again,
you
and
will.
this is how you're treating
I'm
me.
not dying.
You won't get chicken wings with me. You won't look at me.
Looking right at you.
You're trying to steal my course thing. Listen, we end up going to bed, and
I'll drink the NA course, which is
it's
just Rocky Mountain water.
this is a 4-piece band,
Yeah.
okay? And there's 2 beds in the room, and we're just 4 adults, and we're like, I'm sleeping on a bed, and everybody's like, I'm sleeping on a bed too. So we all just like nuts to butts in the bed. It was great. We did a little cuddling.
2 beds.
So yeah, this me and another guy were on the one bed, and then the 2 other guys were on the other bed, and the nightstand is in between the two of us, in between the two beds. I'm on the nightstand side, and I put my phone and my wallet and my keys and my valuables, my jewels, on the nightstand.
And then
I wake up to like a weird noise. I wake up to like a weird noise, and I'm like roll over.
Are you on the wall side or the?
I'm on the nightstand side.
Okay. Of which bed 1 or bed 2?
It's really irrelevant, but like I'm on the nightstand side, okay? And one of the other guys is just standing there peeing, like full stream on my things. On the nightstand, on my shit. Pissing right on my wallet, my phone, and we established earlier, I don't use a case on my phone, okay? Right on my stuff. Like, and there's just like pee fucking everywhere, dude. Like everywhere.
It was a good meal.
It was as if this person had been drinking dollar PBR since 10 a.m.
What did you say?
It's a good meal.
What did you say?
I'm just gonna pick a name. I'm gonna pick a name because I don't want to.
Random name out of a hat.
Random name. Ryan Ormond. I was like, Ormond, what are you doing? And he looks over at me and he just goes, "What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm pissing." And I'm like,
in his defense. You said, "What are you doing?"
Like, what the fuck do you mean? What am I doing?
I'm pissing.
What the fuck do you mean you're pissing? Like, fucking, this is a nightstand. And
are the lights on or off?
The lights are off. I mean, it's the middle of the night. It's like 3 a.m. I think. Yeah. And then he realized what he had been doing.
Did he stop?
And he stopped his stream.
Kegels.
And he went.
He got very sad.
He went into the men's room and finished. And then he came back out and he just sat on his bed. Fully naked. Because remember, everybody seemed to be naked except for me. I felt like the only sane person in a room full of psychopaths. And he's just like fully naked, sitting on the bed with his head in his hands.
Not your bed.
No, not my bed. The other one.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the guy that was in his bed did not wake up for any of this.
What about the guy that was in your bed?
Woke up? Maybe?
I woke up.
You weren't there.
I was not there.
Allegedly, somebody named John woke up.
So Ryan Ormond was sitting in the other bed, butt-ass naked with his head in his hands, just like shaking his head.
Why is he naked?
Because he had been naked since we got to the hotel room. He just got naked.
It was a bit.
It wasn't a bit. Was it a bit?
It was a bit.
I
good
locked
bit.
myself in the bathroom for a brief period of time because I didn't want anything to do with this bit. To me, like a good bit is like endlessly messaging Coors Banquet on Instagram for 2 years. Brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873.
In Golden, Colorado.
By the good Adolf.
Yep.
Adolf Coors Company. Or are you okay? Or are you gonna just cough through my whole story? Like
I can't stop coughing because
I
you got me
go
laughing so hard.
Out of my way to be on your podcast, and you just cough through the whole thing.
Shit, dude. All right, I'm sorry. Continue.
So
all I'm gonna say is, you skipped one thing, and the reaction of you being like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And Ryan was like, "Oh man!"
He starts going like, "Oh fuck! Oh no!" Like, "Oh no! Oh my!"
Does he have a history of getting so drunk he does this?
No.
I don't think it's ever happened to Ryan Ormond before. Ryan Ormond.
If I had to guess, this has never happened.
Yeah. That's
the real Ryan Ormond.
So what happened?
Did something similar in my house one time, but we can get to that another time.
So what happened?
So I went.
He was so
I'm mad.
He was so mad.
I did something nice for you fuckers. I paid for a hotel room. Like, I don't have any money.
And you pissed on my stuff.
And you just pissed on everything in my life.
Yeah.
And it was like splashing onto my fucking pillow, dude. Like, I'm fucking mad, dude.
We woke up to running water.
I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get a good night of sleep. I'm all excited. We're going home in a few days. Like, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Worst night.
I went into the bathroom and I'm just like, run the faucet and just throw my phone and my wallet in there and just like let them run under running water for a while. Just fucking start pumping soap on the shit. I'm like, I'm probably gonna break my phone right now, but it's better than me touching pee for the next 2 days, right? So when I got back out of the bathroom, he was gone.
Where'd he go?
He was gone.
Did he put clothes
went
on?
to the, I don't know.
I think he slept in the van.
He went to the van.
He felt so bad.
Good for him.
He went to the van. Once he realized what he was doing, it was like when you rub a dog's nose in something that did wrong. Like he went to the van.
So I peed on his stuff.
He was just gone. So
to be fair, Ryan Harmon, he was sleep pissing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has no idea. He had no idea what he's doing. Right. So we all go back to bed, and I'm like, I'm like mad, but like whatever. I'm like I wake up. I wake up, and what happened the next morning? It's like, those situations where like when something is happening, like if it's not directly happening to you, you know that it's gonna be funny.
Oh my God, I was laughing so
like you just know, like if that's not me that's getting my stuff pissed on, I'm like watching that whole thing like wide-eyed, be like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like I'm gonna be laughing about it immediately. But like for the person in question, you're like, you gotta wait like a year and then you're gonna like, this is gonna be a hilarious story for you. Sure. The next morning, Ormond comes back up. He didn't have a room key. He in his shame left without a room key. We just hear a soft little little knock on the door.
Should I knock?
Just like a little knock on the door. And one of the other guys went and let him in. And I'm sitting on the windowsill just like fucking heated. I'm like, I'm ready to let this guy have it.
Yeah.
And he walked in like, that scene in Peanuts or Arrested Development. It was like, his like head just hanging down. Yeah. He shuffles into the room with his head down, and he just like, without making eye contact, he just goes, Chuck, I'm so sorry, man.
Your name's Charlie.
I went, eat shit. He goes, got him. I'm just quoting what actually was said, okay? I'm trying to be faithful to the story. He goes, Chuck, man, I'm so sorry. And like that's all it took for me to think it was funny.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I'm like, fuck, how can I be mad at that anymore? I'm like, I start laughing. I'm like, it's fine. Like, what the fuck? But it's fine. And he, like, just how ashamed he was.
Did he buy you a new wallet or anything?
No.
Did he buy you dinner at least?
No. Nobody bought me dick.
To be fair, no one had money.
Yeah, but he just peed on his stuff. Did your phone break?
No, the phone was fine.
Put it in rice?
The phone, no.
Put more piss on.
That's the thing is, like, if you don't put a case on your phone, you don't need to put it in rice. It's going to be fine.
That's wild.
So, yeah, it was...
Did he have any memory of it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he know he did it?
Oh, yeah.
He knew he did it, but he didn't know he was doing it until we, like...
Right.
He was
He doesn't remember the start.
Sleepwalking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Sleepwalking. So, yeah, that was fun. And then I never saw any of those guys again.
Did you find $20?
Until today.
And then I got ice cream.
One last story. Let's make it a quick one because we're hitting 2 hours fairly soon.
Really?
That's okay because like at least an hour of it is
I think
trash.
we're only at like an hour 30.
How long are these things supposed to be?
Yeah.
Anyways, hour 30 is still late.
What's the
anyways.
story?
One more odd story.
I don't know this one.
You do know this one.
What did I do?
What
You
remember
pissed on his
we
stuff.
we played odds once, and what did I say? I said, "What are the odds that you brush your teeth with?" Yeah, so they sell this goo like candy that it's like in a tube, like almost like a
It's like
toothpaste
sour
tube.
stuff, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Chuck bought it as a joke.
Charlie.
And was like, Charlie bought it. Well, I like to think that that's your alter ego, like your tour ego. But anyways, Charlie bought it. And he's like, what are the odds someone eats this whole thing? And everyone was like, 1 in 100,000, like stupid numbers. Yeah. No one ever got it. And then I go, Charlie.
I get the feeling you're never good at odds, Charlie.
I go, Charlie,
guess I'm not.
I go, Charlie, what are the odds you brush your teeth with this? And he goes, 1 in 100 or something. Got him.
Yeah.
Brushed his teeth with this, and his teeth hurt. Because
of course.
Yeah,
because
like
you just brushed them
all
with
day.
sugar and sour.
It hurt so bad.
He got pretty upset with me over that one.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I made you chug a Surge, though. You heard that?
Shotgun to Surge.
Shotgun to Surge. Yeah. There was something like Surge Energy came back.
Yeah, remember when it first came back?
Energy. It's not energy. It was just a soda.
Mountain Dew,
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you guys want to hear a crazy story? So one time, like a long time ago, I saw this commercial on TV. And it was like Pepsi was like offering these like points for things. And at the end of the commercial, they were offering a Harrier jet if you had like
I
7.
swear to God,
Netflix.
I've seen this documentary.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. There was a
That's
Harrier,
been story time, everybody.
Harrier jet.
Charlie,
And
where can they find you?
I decided that I wanted to win the Harrier jet.
Did you find investors?
I found a guy. Yeah, and this guy and I like went in on this thing. Is anybody buying this?
No. Because it's called Dude, Where's My Jet on Netflix.
No.
Yeah.
It's called Pepsi, Where's My Jet?
Oh.
Idiot. Get it right.
Listen, I've only had one Polar Seltzer, not 2 Coors Banquets brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water.
Do I got anything else for you?
Yeah, where can people find you?
Where can
Do
people
you have
find
anything
me?
to promote?
I don't really
Plug.
want.
I
don't really want-
actually have like endless stories of Chuck and like video footage
Charlie.
and pictures. And,
I really
Charlie,
would prefer
I'm
it if you
sorry.
guys
I'm
didn't
just
know
so
my
used to it.
address.
But
Do I have to tell my address?
Yeah, where can they mail you Coors Banquet merch?
Well,
You should get a P.O. box.
can you have a P.O. box? I don't really want you guys to have my address.
Can they
send
find-
it to
what's your-
Holiday Valley.
What's your Instagram? So you can vet them.
At Charlie Rumfola. That's CharlieRumfola. That's also my Venmo. If you want to give me money to buy Coors Banquet,
And your Twitter?
that's my Twitter. And
Email?
that's my email at gmail.com. Yeah, you can email me there. I just feel like it's simple. It's my
good
name.
and easy.
It's my name.
Yep.
I don't know why anybody wants to find me. My Instagram is mostly just Coors Banquet content and a lot of skiing.
Yep. Occasional
And
mountain bike.
A lot of like really, my Twitter is just like me just like berating the Buffalo Bills for being fucking trash. Because they kind of are. You can't say no. They
And,
lost to the Cincinnati Bengals yesterday. Like so bad. Was that yesterday? What day is today?
Tape Monday.
That was yesterday, huh? You cried.
I might have.
Yeah.
I got teary-eyed.
It's football.
Bro, I have been waiting my whole life for a goddamn fucking Super
and
Bowl
you're going to keep
championship.
waiting.
They're never going to win a Super Bowl.
Listen.
You have to understand.
Listen. You can find me everywhere at Max Kazor. Kaczor. C as in cat. Z as in zebra. O-R. MaxKazer.com. At Max Kazer. Simple. Just a name. Like Charlie.
Can I ask you a question?
In 30 seconds. John?
StouryTimePod across all platforms. Please like and subscribe. Share with a friend. Tell everybody. Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.
Was he supposed to be funny?